What's poppin', Silverback Nation? Great to be with you here. It is Tuesday, April 2nd. You are in the jungle. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the jungle. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out any time our bets go live. 13 games in the Major League Baseball slate. Today I'm going to walk you through each and every game, give you the best pitching strikeout prop for every game, whether it's over or under. I don't bet all 13 games. I give you my best bet for each 13, but I do bet 3 to 5 MLB K props a day. If you want my exact betting card, if you want to roll with what the Silverback is rolling with, go to silverbackjungle.com, click Become a Jungle member, and for $1 a day, you'll get my exact betting card pinged to your phone every day, along with a daily demon bet for plus money odds and anything else I added to my card throughout the day. If I can't make you $1 a day, Jack, I'm in the wrong business. Undefeated yesterday, 3-0. Off to a great start for Major League Baseball. We're 14-6. We're up 5.81 units. Let's work. We start Minnesota at Milwaukee. Your best bet here is Jacob Junis of the Milwaukee Brewers. New starter for them, over 4.5 strikeouts. Last year with the San Francisco Giants, mainly bullpen work. Started toward the end of the season, struggled getting to the late fourth, early fifth inning, but he is a great strikeout pitcher. 96 strikeouts last year in 86 innings, 62% usage rate on his slider. Batters hit only 216 last year against his slider. The question is, can he get it into the middle innings long enough to get over this number of 4.5 Ks? I think he can today. Jacob Junis, the Brewers, over 4.5 strikeouts. Game number 2, Kansas City at Baltimore. Good game yesterday between these two teams. Your best bet in this one is Alec Marsh of the Kansas City Royals, over 4.5 strikeouts. Not my favorite bet of the day, but if I had to take one here, that's who I take. I trust him more than Cole Irvin. Hit this 50% of the season last year, 24% K rate. And again, trust him more than Cole Irvin. If you're betting this game, it's Alec Marsh of the Royals, over 4.5 strikeouts. We go to the Angels at the Miami Marlins. Bienvenido, Miami. Jesus Luzardo of the Marlins, over 6.5 strikeouts, is your best bet here. He had 8 on opening day, 28% strikeout rate last season. And the Los Angeles Angels are probably the easiest team to strike out this year in Major League Baseball. Luzardo, over 6.5 strikeouts. Cincinnati at Philadelphia. We're going Spencer Turnbull of the Phillies, under. It's an under now. 4.5 strikeouts for plus money. He was under this line for 71. Under this in 71% of games last season. Only a 17% K rate all of last year. That's too low for an over on a 4.5, even against the Cincinnati Reds team that strikes out a lot. They strike out a lot, but they do knock the ball around quite a bit and could get you out of the game early. I don't think Turnbull gets far enough to get over 4.5 strikeouts. Spencer Turnbull of the Phillies, under 4.5 strikeouts. Detroit at New York Mets. I have this game circled. This is an interesting play, and this is one of those ones, Nation, where you have to trust me. We don't have a lot of data to go on here, but those plays have been very good so far. It's Casey Mize of the Tigers, over 3.5 strikeouts. If you don't know who Casey Mize is, he was the it kid a few years ago. He was the number 1 touted prospect a few years ago, biggest recruit in Major League Baseball. Everyone wanted a piece of him. Didn't develop, didn't pan out as they thought right away. He got knocked around a little bit in the minors, Tommy John surgery last year, but he's come back, and he looks really good in spring training. He's got a 5-pitch arsenal. He has a split finger and a sinker that he throws. Most pitchers don't have those, and they're very different, although they look the same coming out of his hand. His fastball, the knock on him was doesn't have enough velocity, but he's got it up to 96, 97. He's got a great slider. His last spring training game against the Devil Rays, he played their big boy lineup. He played their starters, had 6 strikeouts. I absolutely love him today. Over 3.5 strikeouts against the Mets. Casey Mize of the Tigers. All right, Atlanta versus Chicago White Sox. And there's an interesting storyline here. Reynaldo Lopez last year was with the White Sox. He was a starter early on in his career. They didn't want him to start. They had him coming out of the bullpen. He did not like that. He was unhappy. Traded to Atlanta, and they have a knack for turning bullpen arms into starting pitchers. That's what they did with Reynaldo. Is it a revenge game today? Who knows? But none of the books have a line on him yet. Take a look at that line. If it's 4.5, take the over. If it's 5.5, take the over for positive odds for plus money only. But not sure. He's a great strikeout pitcher. Not sure what the line's going to be yet, but Reynaldo Lopez of the Braves, I don't like Crochet of the White Sox today. His line's 4.5. He had a great opening day, but the Braves are a tough lineup for him. So stay away from that. Only thing I do here is Reynaldo Lopez of the Braves if it's over 4.5 or 5.5 for plus money. Colorado at the Chicago Cubs. Only play I'd make here is Kyle Freeland of the Rockies under 3.5 strikeouts. It is scary to go on under 3.5, but it's the best bet today. He's been under this in 10 of his last 11 games, averaging 1.6 strikeouts per game in his last 11, only a 14% K rate. The Cubs are good enough to knock him out of the game before he gets to 4 Ks. Kyle Freeland, under 3.5. Toronto at Houston, interesting matchup. La Máquina versus Framber Valdez. Your best bet here is going to be Valdez of the Astros over 5.5 for plus money value. He's mostly a ground ball pitcher, Framber Valdez, as you know, but he does get a lot of Ks. He was over this number in 59% of games last season, and the Toronto Blue Jays strike out a ton. 25% strikeout rate last year. Valdez has a high ceiling too. He had games with 13, 12, 11 last year. I think he can get it done today over 5.5 against the strikeout happy Jays. Moving on to the Red Sox and the Oakland Athletics. Oh, Brayan Bello. So much promise. Brayan Bello of the Red Sox, people even compared him to Pedro Martinez. Hasn't panned out yet. He's not a bad starter, but when we're talking strikeout props, I mean, Pedro Martinez has a record for the highest strikeout rate in a season. Brayan Bello just does not compare to the comparison. We're taking his under 5.5 strikeouts. It's too high of a line. He should be 4.5, even against the lowly Oakland Athletics. He was under this in 75% of games last year, under this in 15 of his last 18, and a 19% strikeout rate. Brayan Bello of the Red Sox, under 5.5 strikeouts. Cleveland at Seattle. Luis Castillo's line is 5.5. Right now it's minus 104 on FanDuel. Take it. Stop it. Just take it. That's it. New York Yankees at Arizona Diamondbacks. Uncle Nestor Cortez, best bet here, over 4.5 strikeouts. Over in his last 5. He's quietly playing very, very well. Averaging 6 a game in his last 5. 26% strikeout rate last season. Nestor Cortez, Uncle Nestor, over 4.5 strikeouts. Lay the juice, he's going to hit. St. Louis at San Diego, and we're going Yu Darvish of the Padres under 6.5 strikeouts. Under this in 67% of games last year. He has a 25% K rate, but that's not high enough with his inconsistency to back the 6.5 today, even against the Cardinals. Yu Darvish of the Padres under 6.5 strikeouts. Last game of the day, San Francisco at the LA Dodgers. You might be surprised what I do here. Maybe not. It's a pitcher that I liked, and we backed a lot last year, but we backed him at 4.5 strikeouts today. We're going under on the 5.5. It's Logan Webb, too high of a line. 5.5 for Logan Webb against the Los Angeles Dodgers, who might be one of the hardest Braves, Dodgers, Yankees, hardest lineups to strike out. Probably Twins, Diamondbacks in Major League Baseball. But under this in 4 of his last 5 last season. He'll get you. He leads the league in innings. He'll get into probably the 6th, 7th inning. He's got great endurance, great stamina. He's a very good pitcher, more of a ground ball pitcher, kind of like Framber Valdez, but he doesn't have the strikeout ceiling that Valdez has. Against the Dodgers, 5.5 line, and the line he's been under 4 of 5 against. No thank you. We'll take Logan Webb of the Giants under 5.5 strikeouts. Have a great day, Silverback Nation. Let me know in the comments if you like this new format where we review every single game. And like I said, if you want my exact betting card, go to silverbackjungle.com, click Become a Jungle Member, and you'll get my exact plays pinged to your phone every single day. I'll see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket.